Black Monday. That was what I called the Monday that I met her. Although I don't mean Black Monday in a bad or evil kind of way, because it was a good Black Monday when I first met my dream, the one about the vampire lady, in real life. It was on a Monday when I decided not to eat at the restaurant, but instead visit El Pericon. As I was about to walk into El Pericon, I noticed Concha Ramirez talking to Mr. Munoz through the glass door. I hid by the corner of the building underneath a giant blue and green sign that read, "Banana Splits, 99 cents plus tax." Mr. Munoz took Concha Ramirez in his arms and they kissed. And just when the action was starting to get good and hot, she walked by me. She turned left and walked into Papalote Rubio. Now, I had never been inside Papalote Rubio. They sold stuff like candy gift baskets, flower pots, pink painted milk cartons, little tinted hot rod cars, heart-shaped balloons, yellow and purple swirled sipping straws, fluffy brown furred teddy bears to give to your girlfriends or loved ones, stuff like that. I just stood outside with my hand on the old rusty doorknob, staring at her through the glass. There she stood by the glass-framed bookcase at the back of the store. She was looking at the sardonic smiling glass elephants. To me, she had just stepped out of my dream. My vampire lady. Her hair was solid black and trimmed over her ears. Her skin looked a soft pillow white. Her arms and legs were muscular, and she walked with authority. I couldn't help but just stare at her through the glass door. My eyes followed her as she danced her way from wall to wall, counter to counter, lightly touching all the trinkets and pretty glass things in the store. I heard a loud swooshing sound and felt something whap the back of my blue jeans. "Ow, hey," I shouted, turning around. "Tia Lucia," I said, shocked. "What are you doing here?" "Pedro Martino Escobedo, what are you doing peeping at that girl through the window here?" "Híjole, you bring shame to me, an old woman, your mother's only sister." "But what's going on out here?" Mr. Munoz said, opening the door of his little fruit eatery. Then Tia Lucia burst out and told him what I had been doing and the disgrace it brought to her to tell another living soul. Before I knew it, everyone was standing outside in front of Papalote Rubio. Me, my Tia Lucia, Mr. Munoz, even Sylvia Esparza, the owner of Papalote Rubio. Then she came out through the small shop's door. "Mom, what's going on out here?" the beautiful woman with short black hair asked Concha Ramirez. "Nothing. Come on, let's go." Concha Ramirez and my dream woman stalked off toward Chile Reano. I tried to speak, but all I got out of my dry mouth was a "but I." Her name was Francie. She was Concha Ramirez's 24-year-old daughter. But she wasn't Arnold Benavidez's daughter. Concha had her from a previous marriage before she had met Arnold. She had moved to Cananea with her mother when she heard that Arnold had died. She had no friends or relatives in Cananea. All this I learned from her after I started visiting the restaurant every morning again. She was the reason I started going to the restaurant every morning again. "So, Pete," she said to me one morning over bean and cheese tacos, "where do you work?" I tried to take my eyes off of her beautiful mouth as she slowly chewed her food, but I couldn't, so I finally smiled and said, "The grocery store." "Which one, Pete?" "Oh," I sputtered, choking on a piece of tortilla. "Alfredo Garza's Super Shop. It's over there on Parkway Drive, near the old Chicken Shack building." "Oh yeah, I know where you mean. I've passed by that store 1,000 times since we've moved here. But I never stop because it always looks so packed." "Yeah, we're always busy," I replied, chewing the end of my taco. "I bet you get to meet a lot of interesting people there, Pete." "Yeah, sometimes." We both started eating, and then I asked her, "So tell me, Francie, how do you like Cananea so far?" She thought on it for a minute and then replied, "It makes me miss Mexico." "Ha! Miss Mexico. That's funny how you said that. But yeah, Cananea is different, I know." "See, Pete, it is very much different, in a lot of ways. And then, in a lot of ways, it's not any different than Mexico." "What do you mean?" "Well, I guess tradition is like a seed. It can survive the hardest, coldest winters, the hottest, driest summers, can be carried by the smallest of birds for thousands of miles, and still find the strength to grow and flourish in a distant, strange land like this one. Kind of like revolution, I guess?" I asked her. "See, but it's only the other hand holding the gun to the temple. I said, "You sound like you like politics." "Yes, I do very much. I was a political radical. At least that's what the main political party in power in Mexico called me. That's also one of the reasons we had to leave Mexico, me and my mother." Her dark eyes glimmered and twitched underneath her black bangs. "Did you get into trouble there or what? Let me guess. You burned the flag, right? Kicked the general in the balls, right? Come on, tell me so I can laugh. No, wait, I got it. You pulled your pants down and peed on some Mexican general's statue." "Yes, I did something really foolish," she said, playing with her cup of coffee. "But it was worse than that, Pete." "What did you do?" "I almost started choking on my taco. I couldn't believe my ears. My beautiful Francie, who I had known for a full 2.5 weeks, my dream girl, was a killer. I was in love.